All right. Good morning. Can you introduce yourself?
Uh, my name is Muhamad Rizky Ramadhan. I'm currently a student of Mechanical Engineering University of Diponegoro. So just undergraduate in university.
Okay. So, right, you wanna join IELTS test, yeah? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, we're gonna do the IELTS test. So, the IELTS test is divided into three parts. So, you have 2 minutes for the first part, 2 minutes for also for second part, and 4 minutes for the third part. Okay. So, let's start the test for IELTS test. The part one. So, how do you often to visit to the countryside?
Yes. Usually head out on a day trip. Lots of pleasant countryside regions on the weekend to recharge my energy after a busy week.
All right. So, if so, do you visit in the countryside?
Yes, I like to visit my grandmother in the countryside. I usually get there on a train whenever I get the chance to see her and enjoy the great uh, fruit, spending time to get back to nature, and I find a restaurant and relax.
All right. So, all right. Do you have a family or friends living in the countryside before?
Yes, my grandmother still lives in there, in the countryside. She is a farmer and she really enjoy his job. And the beauty of countryside is nature. So she decided to stay there for the rest of my life.
Right. Cool. So would you like to live in the countryside soon in the future?
Absolutely, yes. Uh, I'm a huge fan of the forest, so the environment there is just superb. Now, I would visit forest just because there isn't that much pollution and I could smell the fresh air and the animals also quiet and cute.
All right. Okay. So, have the areas of the countryside in your country changed since you were a child before?
Yes, there is a massive change in the countryside, primarily because of industrial and the lush green fields are converted to mills and industries. Young people no longer stay there.
Okay. Do you think that visits to your countryside should be something that schools offer to you children?
It can be yes, it can be no. So I think yes, it is an excellent idea for schools to arrange excursion to take their children to the countryside. Nowadays, most children spend their time on video games, so the excursion would be an excellent opportunity to appreciate nature.
Okay, so that's all of the part one. Thank you. So the next second part is I already sent you the describe the something to you have to describe about the activity about your personal life that you have to describe about yourself. Okay, so I'll give you that script about the describe an enjoyable or unforgettable experience you had in the countryside, such as what the activity was, next when you did it, and next who you did with it, and rest is why it is enjoyable. So I give you 1 minute to think, and then it starts now. Okay, it's done. So go ahead. Can you describe about the experience in the countryside before? Go ahead.
Okay, spending leisure time in the countryside can be relaxing and memorable experience for anybody who likes to live close to nature and also like enjoying my day in the countryside whenever I get the chance. So today I would like to describe such a pleasant day that I spent about a few months ago. So I went to a night camp. This place was not very far from where I live. Uh, Nor was it that difficult to get there. It was a magnificent and scenic valley with lots of green and forest. So and a flowing river made it even more attractive. I could see some healthy cows roaming around and eating grass and a bit far away from us. So my two colleagues also accompanied me on that day, and we had just no idea that the valley could be look so beautiful at noon with the sun shining with such brightness and a perfectly blue sky over our heads. And the day couldn't be perfect for enjoying the countryside. And after I arriving there, we sit down very close to the valley and to relax and enjoy the natural view around us. Then we decided to rent a boat and ride a little deep into the river. Then we decided to take a little walk in the beautiful valley where we discovered a massive flock of birds. That's it for speaking parts.
Right. Thank you for the second part of speaking. That was cool. So next part is next to the part three to asking more questions about the described things. So one, what does the advantage of the living in the countryside?
Living in the countryside can benefit people in a wide range of ways. Living in the countryside is better for one's health condition thanks to significantly lower levels of air pollution, and it is undeniable that air quality in big cities is so bad that long-term exposure to it might cause respiratory disease and other health problems. Besides, the cost of living in rural areas is likely to be lower than in the city. Although people in the city tend to make more money than people in the countryside, they have to spend more on food, accommodation, and transportation. Therefore, can save more money by living in the countryside without working as hard.
Okay, there was a advantage living in countryside. So what about the disadvantage of living in the countryside?
Although living in countryside can do wonders for your well-being, it is undeniable that there are still some drawbacks of living in the countryside. To be more specific, not having good transport on your doorstep and will make it inconvenient to travel for away place, which also means you will spend more time on commuting. And another disadvantage is that countryside also have lower job opportunities compared to in the cities.
All right. So what kinds of people living in the countryside though?
To the best of my knowledge, many people decided to live in the countryside because they want to downshift to a less stressful life.